The member for Brantford Brant.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is for the Solicitor General. It's no secret that Ontarians are fed up with the unnecessary and useless carbon tax. It is a regressive and harmful tax that hurts everyone, including the important public services that keep our communities safe and well. While we have heard about the negative impact that the carbon tax is having on rising costs for families and businesses, it is very concerning that firefighters in communities across Ontario are also being impacted. The carbon tax is driving up the fuel and gasoline. I've lost my place. It happens. There we go. The carbon tax is driving up the fuel and gasoline costs for everyone in our province. It is not right, and it is unacceptable that response vehicles used by firefighters should be negatively impacted by this federally imposed carbon tax. Speaker, can the Solicitor General please explain the negative effects of the carbon tax on our frontline firefighters across Ontario? Thank you.
The Solicitor General.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The member from Brantford Brant is right, and he's also a volunteer firefighter, and I want to say thank you. As the member was for Sarnia-Lambton and others, what the independent Liberal members don't seem to get, and they're downplaying the tax because they did it in recent days when we spoke about the cost of policing, is every time you fill up a vehicle, a fire truck, any vehicle that's used in firefighting, you are paying the carbon tax. When you are buying equipment and other resources that you need to keep Ontario safe, you are paying the carbon tax and those costs. And the Ontario firefighters are being penalized for this carbon tax on the cost of fuel, on procurement and operations. Mr. Speaker, it's totally unacceptable. And whether it's about public safety and policing or firefighting, it's unacceptable. Our message to the federal government
is get rid of the tax. The supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you to the Solicitor General for that response. The carbon tax is negatively impacting the institutions that help keep the province's communities safe, including fire departments and communities across Ontario. It is not right that the negative impact of the carbon tax is adding more pressure to the already challenging work of firefighters. The federal government's carbon tax is draining resources that should be better spent on fire prevention and protecting our communities. It is vital that we provide our brave and courageous firefighters with the tools and the resources that they need to protect our communities instead of paying for additional fuel costs because of the carbon tax. Speaker, can the Solicitor General please elaborate on how our government supports our frontline firefighters instead of punishing them through the regressive carbon tax? Thank you.
The Solicitor General.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and again, thank you to the member opposite. As I've said previously, and even in last night's debate, there were comments from the independent Liberals to suggest that for public safety, there's no added cost in the carbon tax. And we know that's ridiculous because they have to fill up the vehicles every day. What I want to say, especially because we have representatives in the leadership from the Ontario Professional Firefighters Association, we have members from all over Ontario, including my friend Dennis from Thunder Bay. You know, Mr. Speaker, especially in the north, gas is expensive. It means on every litre of gas that's filled in a fire truck, there's carbon tax. It's completely unacceptable. But, Mr. Speaker, we will always have the backs of the firefighters every day. Monsieur le Président, je suis fier de soutenir.
I'm very proud to help and support our own firefighters here in Ontario.
Thank you, Speaker.